everyone, this is Pepper Pace. Welcome to my nursery, and today I am filming a packaging video for this sweet little baby girl. Her name is Tanya, and she is the Lily kit who was sculpted by Bonnie Sieben. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently, and we're going to just kind of go behind the scenes and what me as a doll artist, what I do to get the baby ready, and little things about how I prep and store the baby. So you would normally not see me have the baby with the little plastic or her head and stuff like that. But when I store her, I wanted her, she has beautiful curls, and I wanted to kind of preserve her hair. Also, I just finished giving her a full bath. Now, I know in previous videos I may have said that I don't want to bathe the baby because I want the mommy to do it. In this case, I've had this baby she's been on a payment plan for 6 months. So I don't do 6-month payment plans anymore because I think that's just way too long to hold on to someone's baby. But I want to show you how I store these babies, and a lot of times people don't like to see behind the scenes things. So if that bothers you, you can definitely go ahead and skip ahead until we get to the real portion of the video where I actually get her dressed and get all of her items together. But if you're curious about how how I take care of these babies before they go home to their mom, then I'm very pleased and happy to show you what I do. Okay, so we're gonna take her, move her for a moment. And this is how she's stored. So I label their real name, I label, so I know which baby is what. This is the spot where she was wrapped up. And these are the items that I have. If I'm smart and I do things right, this is what I have prepared, the items that I prepared for her homecoming. And actually, I'm going to send her home in this too. So let's take this out because I picked out an outfit for her. But I want her to go home in this. All right, so that is how she is stored. And I put her in an area that's climate controlled, so it never gets too hot, never gets too cold. Okay, when I wash her hair, typically I use a baby shampoo, Johnson & Johnson, but I also have a shampoo that I really like the way it smells. So I will use that as well. Because her hair is it's a mohair, so it is a living organism. I like moisturizer. If you don't like moisturizer, that's your prerogative. But I know that moisturizer is very beneficial to living organisms, like real hair. So I'm just going to get her dressed now, get her ready to go home. And typically I do it as a role play, but I think this time I'm going to just show you, what it takes to really get the babies all ready to go. Now, after her bath, she has already been dusted. So I use this brush. This brush collects a lot of hair because she has a lot of hair. So, so once you start dusting them, you can just kind of pick the hair. I got a phone call, but I'll have to call my friend back. You can just pick the hair off. And then, so you see all this lint that collects, that's what I'm talking about. When we're dealing with silicone babies, silicone babies just are magnets for Lent. So I know we're going to put these shoes on, so we're kind of out of order, but it doesn't matter if we put the shoes on before we put the clothes on. Now, if she's wearing a fresh diaper, and I have this cute little diaper cover that I'm going to put over, even though I really like this diaper and the way it looks. But I also like this diaper cover. So that. This I got from, let's see, why does this look like it's backwards? That looks very weird. Anyway, I got this from Amazon, and I think you get either a pack of 3 or a pack of 4 for like $10. So I thought that was a really good buy. And if moms, you know, want to give the appearance of a cloth diaper, or if they want to put the insert in there, you know, I didn't buy any of the inserts, but it fits her really good. And Lily, like, I forgot to pull up her stats. I'm gonna say that she is probably about 19 inches and probably I would say about 9 pounds. So she is a drinking wet, and she does have arm armatures. That one of the reasons why I like to put the babies in the bin is because I don't interact with your baby. Once you have purchased it, him or her, then that baby is yours to interact with. So before she sold, I did a video where I showed her drinking wet, and then I've never done it again. I've never messed with her drinking wet again. So I just want to preserve all of that for the new mommy. This is, I should have probably shown it before I started putting it on her. Let's see what this is. This is a Gerber's newborn. So it's a very small one, but it happens to fit her perfectly, and I love this on her. Let's get her a little hand in there. So one of the reasons that I had to actually give her a bath, beyond the fact that I had her for so long, so if she didn't sell immediately, then I still had her a couple of weeks or a couple of months even before she sold. But also I want to check and make sure that there's I didn't miss anything. Like I didn't, I don't know, miss a spot that she didn't need extra hair. So I noticed that her eyebrows and her eyelashes could use some touching up. So I did that. So she has some extra hair on her. Also, I have these earrings. Now, I am not that fond of these type of earrings that have the backs on them that screws on. But Mom asked for these specific heart earrings as they match the earrings of the other doll that she purchased from me. So she has another one of my little girls who looks just like this one because it's the same kit, the Lily kit. And so she wanted them to be twins. So anyway, as I was putting these earrings on the first time, I noticed that it split on the back. There was paint that had split. So you have to be careful when you are putting on the earrings. And excuse my hands for being dry, but that's another thing. When you're working with the babies, especially the silicone ones, you have to have dry hands. I knew I was going to drop one of these. Let's find it. Oh, I see it. I see it. It was hiding in the corner. It wasn't in her clothes. Okay. So yeah, these backs are really, if you use a back, yeah, you're not going to lose the earring, but then it's kind of hard to screw them in. Also, I've reinforced the silicone around the back so that if mom does want to replace the earrings, that she's not going to have that problem with the ripping. So if you are going to pierce your baby's ears, your silicone doll's ears, you may want to have a repair kit on hand so that you can reinforce the ear hole area. All right. So we have that in, and I'm just trying to make sure that they're all in the right directions. Okay, so that's one thing that I'm doing, is making sure that everything is looking well. So we're going to put her in this outfit. This is a Shein outfit. This one is a pink waffle design. Well, I don't know. See, their pink is not really pink if you want to know the truth. 0 to 1 month. And this is like a peachy color. And it is a waffle pattern, which you can actually feel with lace white collar and lace at the feet, at the ankles. And it's stretchy ankles. So this might be something that you could put on a human baby. I can't say that, oh, well, snaps. I can't say that all Shein clothes would be something that I would want to put on a real baby, because look, it doesn't have like a liner. So that could be rough on a baby, on a real human baby. And, you know, it could be rough on your silicone doll too. So examine these things and make sure that you have appropriate undergarments for your baby, human or otherwise. Oops. Okay, another thing is the eyes. I've not set her eyes. I seldom do on a silicone doll. The reason being is that I am a believer that if the mom wants to make a change, that is totally up to the mom to do. So let's say that she sees the baby and she's like, I really don't like these eyes. And you can change the eye color without any problem. And I don't mind that. I don't mind at all. That is your baby to do what you like with it. All right, now I do like to make little jewelry for the babies. So this is Tanya's bracelet. And I like to use the stretchy kind of bracelet versus the metal one, but these are looped over, so I'm not worried about it. But typically I have one that I put on a silicone baby and it's scratched. So it's probably better to use the kind that stretches. All right, so now we're going to, before we finish dressing her, because she has a bonnet, I'm going to prop her up. So I'm going to raise the camera a bit so that we can get her propped up and you can see her. actually, because of, we'll see. We'll prop her up this way. Okay, little lady. All right, Tanya. So now I want to do her hair. So, all right, let's talk about how I do hair. And it's not the way you have to do it. It's just the way I like to do it. Now, this is a very, like I told you, this is a living organism. This is not synthetic. It's not human either. This is one of my favorite hairs by a person who is, I believe she's Russian. Look at those curls. They're so silky. And the reason they're silky like this is because I use this argan oil. You don't have to use this argan oil every time you style her hair. If I hadn't just washed it, I would just use this water bottle to get things wet. And then I want to mold certain areas so that she can, maybe I'm propping her up too much, but I need to if I want to make sure that her hair is done right. So there are certain areas that I want to mold into a certain position, like I wanted these curls to be defined. Then I use this Cantu, and this is a moisturizer cream. Now, both of these items, they dry very non-flaky, and you see, look at the curls are loose. They didn't leave a nasty film or anything like that. So you want to be sure, let's get her turned around. You want to be sure that when you are doing the baby's hair, that you don't have product that's all stuck up on there. That's why I'm saying use water next. You don't have to use any more product. You can just use water now that you have got the baby's hair set the way you want. And I just absolutely love these curls. Okay, now next hint. Look, you can't keep them counted. This hair comes white, and I have to dye it myself. So in this case, I wanted her to have black hair. So I dyed it black, and I washed it in cold water repeatedly over and over. I even left it soaking in water, and then I conditioned it. Then I washed it again. But I will tell you that when black hair gets wet, it will stain. So if you saturate the hair, be sure that you use like a cloth like this. This will protect her clothes as well as whatever your bedding or something like that. And make sure that the hair doesn't stain the silicone either. I'm trying to untie this because I want to put this. This is just a plastic bag, but this is perfect. This is a perfect wrap for their head. Now, you know where I got this from? I think it was Dolls by Sandy or Bountiful Baby. When I got a shipment from them, they had filled the box with this as a cushion. And I had so much plastic bags. I was like, oh my gosh, and I can't see myself throwing away, plastic bags. Well, as it turned out, these plastic bags make perfect little coverings for to protect the hair. So I think this is a good idea to put plastic on your doll's hair, especially when you're going to put, like I've always said, maybe you've seen other people say, put a cap or a hat to protect the baby, but you may want to put some plastic beneath that cap. I had to not gonna say reroot, but I wanted to root new hair, baby hair, around one of my own silicone dolls. So I took the there we go. I took the hair that was on the circumference of the baby. I took the hair off, and when I pulled it out, there was close to 1 inch of hair rooted into the silicone. Now, as you know about silicone, it stretches and it gives, but it also captures what you have in it. So I don't want people who don't have a silicone to be afraid of silicone because they think that the baby's hair is just super, super fragile. Guess what? It's not that fragile. Yes, you will lose strands when you comb, and you can never replace those strands. But if you're gentle and you wet the hair, you don't, like, let's say when mom gives this baby a bath, and mom has a lot of silicone. So let's say when you give your baby a bath and wash their hair, if you decide to do that, you're not going to scrub their hair and rub it around like that. What you would want to do is let the water flow and let the hair flow back or into one direction. Put the soap on there or shampoo or whatever you're going to use. And let's say you put so much spray and whatever, you put some product in there and it is building up. You're going to want to wash it in the direction of the hair so that you don't get any kinks in the hair. Does that make sense? Yes. And then you rinse it in that same direction. So we're going to put this hat on. This bonnet. These bonnets from Shein be so big, y'all. I don't know why. I mean, I guess real babies do have big heads, but my goodness. Let's see, here we go. So we're going to put this on little Tanya. I got these. These are hair bows, which my plan is to make some hair bows at some point, but I just been so busy, guys. I just never got around to it, so I didn't get a chance to make her any hair bows, but at some point in the future I am going to do that. But these are really good because they're elastic, they're not rubber band, and you can use it, you know, to hold the hair down, you know, we can do that. So I want this to hold her hair into position, her bonnet into position. There we go. I think she looks so cute. Now we can take this because I'm done with her hair. So we can take that off. And now we can actually see her and how she looks. Also, because I'm not a user of these armatures, I'm not 100% like in love with messing with them. But I know a lot of people are, but I'm just not. Okay, so she has to go home in something that is nice and warm. So over this outfit, we're gonna put this snowsuit on her. And her picture had this snowsuit. She was wearing this. She was so cute in this. This probably is the reason mom bought her. because this suit looks so cute on her. And this also is from Shein. It has a fuzzy material. Sorry, my camera's. Let me move my camera back a little bit. Okay, so here's the shirt that goes with it. I do tend to keep these on. Don't ask me why, but I just do. All right, so I'm gonna put this from the bottom. I think little Tanya is so adorable. Look at her eyes. I usually use glass eyes, but I found a person on Etsy who has the most beautiful resin eyes. So she actually had different eyes before when I sold her. When I put her pictures in my nursery, let's take this off for a moment. Her eyes were slightly different, were brown. But Mom requested that she have the same color eyes as her sister, which was her sister, her twin sister. I also painted. This was the same kid. Her name was Janya, and this is Tanya. She wanted the same eyes. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't glue those. Girl, if I would have had glued those eyes in, I would have had to tell Mom, no, I'm not ripping those eyes out. They're glued in there. So even though I'm sending her home, and you know, technically I could add them in now, but Mom might want to change her mind. So she is gonna be warm in her little crate. So there she is, guys, almost ready to go. She has one last thing. She has this little purse to take with her. Put a little present from her godmommy, me. Let's see, make sure this is on right. So this is Tanya's little stuffed animal. So cute. So I'm gonna put it in her purse so that she can have it with her when she goes home. I think that's good. We'll need to give her a bottle and get her fed before she goes home. Look, y'all don't come for me about those eyelashes and those eyebrows, because Mom likes the eyebrows. I asked her. I was like, you sure? Mom said she was sure. Okay, so because I've already did her mouth, I'm not going to, when I give her this bottle, I'm not going to put it in her mouth. I'm feeling kind of dubious about the magic milk because I don't know, it doesn't really look that good in the bottle anymore. And this has probably been in here about 6 months. So we'll see how long this lasts. All right, little baby girl, let's get you fed. Oh, look at her. Look at that little baby girl. This is the last bottle that you're going to get from my house. Your last little feeding. And I've had Tanya here for so long. And as I said, this is the second time that I have done the Lily kit. So I probably won't do it again because I like to try different kits, but she's been a pleasure to actually work with. And she's been a pleasure to paint. And she has the most gorgeous expression and the most gorgeous face. And I really love her eyes. I think her mom made a good call with these eyes. What do you think, guys? I know a lot of people say that brown babies should always have brown eyes, but when you pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for an art doll, you better get everything that you want in that art doll. And if that means that you want colorful eyes, or you want a fantasy baby, then that's what you get. That's what you're paying for. And Jane Doe's, John Blow's, his opinion don't mean anything, because this is your baby. Okay, let's get you belched, little girl. Oh, let me get you. So, we're gonna lay you down like this. Okay, I had to come back because I found a bigger plastic bag for her head, and I made this little pacifier a couple of months ago. I wasn't very happy with the way it turned out, but I think Mom is still gonna like it because I put these little roses on there, and they're not gonna come off unless Mom pulls on it really hard. Okay, so that is it with the hair, and we'll put the bonnet back on, even though I think that bonnet is so ugly on her.